You've seen this car on Power Tour, on Drag Week 2019, and on episodes of Roadkill. But what is it? An Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme? Or a Pontiac Bonneville? Let's find out what is this thing and what makes it tick. It was a 1981 Pontiac Grand Le Mans Safari wagon. Pretty nice, till the master cylinder failed and we hit a car with it. The 1-year-old new header panel was unobtainable, so eventually we got an 85 Bonneville 4-door parts car. I got the whole front clip, drove it 100 miles from York, PA down to Annapolis on the back of a Rampage so we could fix the car with the doors and the front clip from that 85 Bonneville car. From front to back. Well, trying to save weight wherever I could. Got this homemade, out of leftover parts, bumper cover core, aluminum radiator. All right. To try to grab a couple horsepower with underdrive pulleys. That's a 62 F85 pulley on the water pump, and it's a short water pump, and a 260 Olds V8 small crank pulley. So I don't know if that's any good, but it works. I don't know if I'm getting a couple horsepower or what. Milodon 7-quart pan, longer upper control arms with tall ball joints to correct some of the front end geometry. And you can see the front wheels don't tilt in nearly as much with that. 204R transmission, of course. Crown Vic cross member or town car or whatever. Fits really well. I had to make these little metal pieces to kind of make it flat for the bolt, but works great. Makes room for that 3-inch exhaust with the X-pipe and Flow Pro afterburner mufflers. And fuel system upgraded to an electric fuel pump in tank. There's your inline fuel filter. And you can't see in the tank, but you see I got more wires coming out of it. And I got rid of the rubber back here at the fuel tank. So that's all metal lines that come apart right there. And of course they're getting rusty. And then back here we got our T-type 8.5 rear hanging on UMI upper and lower control arms, non-adjustable ones. And got the airlift airbags, new springs, KYB shocks. Sound like a commercial all of a sudden. Well, the old Buick V6 is long gone. In its place, a 71 Olds 455, rebuilt back in '82 with a W30 cam and forged pistons and a nice balance job. It's got a Performer RPM air gap intake now. Got a Holly base carburetor I put together myself. It's got Hooker Super Comp headers, homemade aluminum block off plate for the fuel pump because I'm running an electric fuel pump with return. Got an aluminum water pump, aluminum radiator with plastic tanks, 97 Malibu fans. Got a C130D alternator, S10 manual steering gear, Jeep Cherokee steering shaft, S10 manual brake setup with a aluminum proportioning valve. Got aluminum custom air pan that I built with a Cadillac air breather lid, but it seals to the Oldsmobile aluminum hood to have real cowl induction. And of course, got to have a matching header panel. And I even had to put the marker lights in some old Ford plastic headlights. All this to save some weight and go faster. And that's what's under the hood now. What motivates this Calico wagon to mid-12s in the quarter mile at over 105 miles an hour.